as passed by Lok Sabha, be referred to a select committee of the Rajya Sabha consisting of the following members: Sri Tiruchi Siva, Sri Abdul Wahab, Sri Derek O'Brien, Dr. K. Kesav Rao, Sri Sushil Kumar Gupta, Dr. John Britas, Sri Shakti Singh Gohil, Srimati Vandana Chauhan, Professor Manoj Kumar Jha, Sri Vinay Vishwam, Sri Sanjay Raut, Professor Ram Gopal Yadav, with the instruction to report by the last day of the first week of the next 261 first session of the Rajya Sabha. Those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendment is negative. The amendment is negative. I shall now put the amendment moved by Dr. John Britas for reference of the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Bill 2023 as passed by Lok Sabha to a select committee of the Rajya Sabha to vote. The question is that the bill further to amend the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Act 1991 as passed by Lok Sabha be referred to a select committee of the Rajya Sabha consisting of the following members: Sri Vikas Ranjan Bhattacharya, Dr. John Britas, Professor Manoj Kumar Jha, Sri Elam Aram Karim, Sri Jose K. Mani, Sri A. Rahim, Sri Tiruchi Siva, Dr. V. Sivadasan, with instructions to report by the last day of the first week of the next 261 first session of the Rajya Sabha. Those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendment is negative. I shall now put the amendment moved by Sri Raghav Chadha for reference of the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Bill 2023 as passed by Lok Sabha to a select committee of the Rajya Sabha to vote. The question is that the bill further to amend the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Act 1991 as passed by Lok Sabha be referred to a select committee of the Rajya Sabha consisting of the following members: Sri Narhari Amin, Sri Ajit Kumar Bhuiya, Dr. John Britas, Sri Raghav Chadha, Srimati Priyanka Chaturvedi, Sri Sushil Kumar Gupta, Sri Dipender Singh Hooda, Professor Manoj Kumar Jha, Dr. Fauzia Khan, Srimati S. Fangan Konyak, Sri Sukhendu Sekhar Roy, Dr. Sasmit Patra, Sri Jairam Ramesh, Sri S. Niranjan Reddy, Sri Kapil Sibbal, Sri Tiruchi Siva, Dr. M. Thambi Durai, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, Professor Ram Gopal Yadav. No point of order during division. With instructions to report by the last day of the first week of the next 21st session of the Rajya Sabha. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no.
मेरा बहुत गंभीर व्यवस्था का प्रश्न है। ये दोनों सम्मानीय सदस्य कह रहे हैं, मान्यवर दोनों सम्मानीय सदस्य कह रहे हैं कि इन्होंने ये मोशन को साइन नहीं किया। अब ये जांच का विषय है कि ये मोशन कैसे साइन हुआ और राघव चड्ढा जी ने इसको मूव किया है। मान्यवर इनका सिग्नेचर किसने किया है, ये जांच का विषय है। मान्यवर ऐसे नहीं चलता। मान्यवर अब ये मामला सिर्फ दिल्ली सरकार में फर्जी करने का नहीं है, ये सदन के अंदर फर्जी करने का मामला है। मान्यवर ऐसा कैसे चलता है? मान्यवर मेरा आपसे निवेदन है कि दोनों सदस्यों का स्टेटमेंट रिकॉर्ड पर लिया जाए अभी और बाद में इसकी जांच की जाए कि ये कैसे हुआ।
माननीय सदन खड़े हो प्लीज 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 प्लीज।
Sir, rule, sir, I'd like to draw your attention to Rule 72.2. Rule 72.2. Sir, just one second. 72.2. It says, no member shall be appointed to a select committee if he is not willing to serve on the committee, the mover, and I repeat again, the mover shall ascertain whether a member proposed to be named by him is willing to serve on the committee. Sir, no such discussion has been done by me.
Thank you.
My name has been taken without my permission,
Dr.
sir.
Susmit Patra
This is a matter of privilege. How did I name the mover?
Please take your case.
I do not understand. This is completely wrong, sir. This is a privilege issue, sir.
Manya Susmit, please take your seats. Please, Susmit Patra ji. Please, अपनी माननीय सदस्य आप अपनी सीट पर बैठो प्लीज ऑल लेडी 4 सदस्यों ने एक कंप्लेन भेजा है. दिस विल बी इंक्वायर्ड. इसकी जांच होगी कैसे. ऑलरेडी
मान्यवर ये पांचों के मान्यवर ये पांचों सदस्यों का नाम आसन की ओर से उद्घोषित किया जाए या उनको बोलने की मंजूरी दी जाए और इसका रिकॉर्ड बनाकर ये प्रिविलेज का मामला है मान्यवर, इसको प्रिविलेज कमेटी में भेजा जाए. हम तो यहाँ चर्चा कर रहे थे फर्जीवाड़ा दिल्ली सरकार में चल रहा है, ये सदन की कार्यवाही में फर्जीवाड़ा है.
Yes, please. No, please. No. Please. Only your intervention go in record. Please.
Deputy Chairman, sir, I have not given my number. I have not signed. How this is misuse? It's a privilege of my. Somebody is misuse my name. You have to take any action. That. Along with that, I am joining that. You are whoever.
माननीय सदस्यगण माननीय
My name I have not given.
कोन्याक जी प्लीज
Deputy Chairman, sir, under Rule 72.2, I object. Also, sir, I understand that the honourable member thinks he's smart. I accept that.
Please.
But I would appreciate that he would not undermine another member by taking our names without our consent, sir. Sir, I object.
माननीय सदस्यगण जिन लोगों के नाम उनकी सहमति के बगैर दिए गए हैं उसकी जांच होगी. प्लीज उसकी जांच होगी. प्लीज नाउ आई विल रीड द ऑपरेटिंग पैरा. ही हैज टोल्ड मैंने आपका नाम दिया है इसमें
फर्जी की नाम दिया लिखा है मेरा.
प्लीज I'll now read. Those in favor will please say aye. Those in favor will please say aye. Please, those in favor. I'm going ahead. Please, no. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the no's habit, the amendment is negative. I shall now put the motion moved by C. Amit Shah to vote. The question is that the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Bill 2023 as passed by Lok Sabha be taken to consideration. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. We shall now take up, honorable members, clause by clause consideration of the bill. Clause 2 stands part of the bill. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. Clause 2 is adopted. Clause 3 stands part of the bill. There are 8 amendments. Number 11 by C. Elamaram Karim. Okay. Number 37 to 39 by C. P. Wilson. Thank you. Number 43 to 44 by Professor Manoj Kumar Jha.
Sir, I do move.
Okay. Number 57 and 58 by Sri A. Rahim. Thank you. Amendments moved. I shall first put the amendment moved by Sri Elamaram Karim to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendment is negative. I shall now put the amendments moved by Sri P. Wilson to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendments are negative. I shall now put amendments moved by Professor Manoj Kumar Jha to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendments are negative. I shall now put the amendments moved by Sri A. Rahim to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendments are negative. I shall now put clause 3 to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Clause 3 is adopted. Clause 4 stands part of the bill. There are 69 amendments. Number 1 to 4 by Sri Trichu Siva. Number 5 to 10 by Sri Sandosh Kumar P. Thank you. Number 12 to 36 by Sri Elamaram Karim. Number 40 by Sri P. Wilson.
The people killed, I move.
Number 45 to 52 by Professor Manoj Kumar Jha.
Sir, what else? I do move.
Number 53 to 56 by Sri M. Samugam. Number 59 to 79 by Sri A. Rahim. Amendments moved. I shall first put the amendments moved by Sri Trichu Siva to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendments are negative.
So there you have it, the Delhi Services Bill all set to be passed. The numbers are with the government. It is also setting the stage for the no confidence motion that will take place in the Lok Sabha starting tomorrow for 3 days. Rahul Gandhi now set to address that. He was reinstated this morning as a member of the Lok Sabha. And the big question, of course, is are we now simply seeing this debate in Parliament today, Rajya Sabha, tomorrow Lok Sabha, setting the stage for 2024? Is the opposition justified to call the Modi government anti-democratic as it did today in the Rajya Sabha? The BJP's narrative, disunited opposition versus a strong BJP, emphasized by Home Minister Shah. Is the BJP seeking an opposition Mukt Bharat? These are some of the questions that we're going to raise as the stage is set for the big debate in the Lok Sabha tomorrow, now that the Rajya Sabha has passed the Delhi Services Bill. Joining me now at the moment is Supriya Shrinet, Congress spokesperson. Sanju Verma, the BJP spokesperson, joins me. We also hope to be joined by Priyanka Kakkar, Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, Jasmine Shah of the Aam Aadmi Party. But first to you, Supriya Shrinet, am I right to say that Home Minister Shah has done what many feared in the opposition he would do, set the narrative saying disunited opposition, that the only reason the Congress is supporting the Aam Aadmi Party on the Delhi Ordinance Bill is because you want to, according to the Home Minister, be in the godi, the lap of the Aam Aadmi Party ahead of the 2024 elections. This is an opposition alliance of convenience, is what the Home Minister kept emphasizing. Your response?
No, farthest from the truth. Actually, I was very disappointed with the spiel of his speech. The fact that he spoke about Manipur as if it was something routine that was happening in the country. The fact that as Home Minister, he has presided over a bloody carnage in Manipur for the last 3 months now, where women and children have suffered, and he could just mention it in passing, actually hangs my head in shame. The reality is that this government hasn't even woken up to the extent of damage, violence and pain that one of India's states has been in the throes of for the last 3 months. And the reality that the Home Minister kept saying, I am ready to debate. How does one debate with you? Manipur is burning, it's spreading to Mizoram, Haryana is in the throes of some violence. You are a failed Home Minister.
No, he's saying he's ready to debate. He's giving a date, ma'am. He's saying I'm ready to debate on the 11th.
Like that.
Ma'am, he's saying I'm ready to debate on the 11th.
He doesn't have a choice anymore. The reality is that there's a no confidence motion against the government. It's not about numbers. It's about the fact that the Prime Minister of this country needs to be held accountable. Mr. Amit Shah can keep going to town and keep giving several other speeches that he's ready to debate. The reality is that the Prime Minister of this country for the last 3 months has been quiet on Manipur, has been on several foreign trips, spoke Manipur for the first time for 36 seconds, 78 days, and only because a horrific video that shook the conscience of the world came out. That's the reality. Amit Shah can speak for all I care. He's simply shielding the Prime Minister who's on the run. A Prime Minister who doesn't believe in speaking within Indian Parliament. A Prime Minister who wants to hide away from the issue of Manipur. It's putting it as simply and as bluntly as that.
You're saying that the Home Minister is running away from the issue of Manipur. Of course, today's debate was on the Delhi Services Bill. Sanju Verma, would I be right in saying that Home Minister Amit Shah chose to use this occasion to effectively make an election speech, setting the stage for what will happen in the Lok Sabha? That this is no longer about even the Delhi Services Bill. This was all about who's going to win 2024.
Rajdeep, first and foremost, I take strong objection to the kind of language used by this abusive Congress panelist. She used the term bloody while referring to Amit Shah's speech on the floor of the parliament. And then she said, for all I care, Prime Minister can do blah, blah, blah. This is the kind of abusive discourse that this so-called Congress panelist who gives lectures on political morality.
Ma'am, she used bloody in the context of Manipur. Let's be fair. I would have corrected her. She didn't say bloody Home Minister.
I said bloody carnage.
Let me finish.
She didn't say bloody Home Minister.
Bloody carnage.
Yeah, okay, you get the point. Supriya Shinde, I am there as the anchor. Hold on. Supriya Shinde, I have clarified. Let Sanju Verma carry on. Please carry on, ma'am.
Thank you. Rajdeep, my limited point is that without using abusive language generously, this Congress panelist Supriya Shinde cannot make her point. Such is her low level of intellect, but we don't need to discuss that. I will make some interesting points. I don't think it was an election speech. The Home Minister very pointedly addressed, the Delhi Services Bill, quoting the Transaction of Business Rules, talking about the GNCTD Act of 1991, 1993, talking about the 2021 amendments to this particular act. But most importantly, without missing the woods for the trees, I would like to make a couple of points. First and foremost, the Congress sitting here and taking this moral high ground on Manipur, I have a strong objection to it. Because if you look at every single BJP senior leader, we have unequivocally condemned what happened to those two cookie women and have demanded capital punishment no less. But show me, and Rajdeep, I say this with humility, because this is a very sensitive issue. Show me one tweet by Rahul Gandhi, who has an opinion on everything under the sun, who talks about मैं नफरत के बाजार में मोहब्बत की दुकान खोलने आया हूँ. Rahul Gandhi जी, मोहब्बत की दुकान के बारे में भाषण देना बंद करिए. Have you condemned the horrific Karoli gang rape of a minor? Have you condemned the horrific Alwar gang rape of two teenagers? Have you condemned the horrific gang rape of a minor in Bhilwara whose decomposed body, was shoved down a well? Have you condemned the horrific murder of 4 people who were then burnt alive in Jodhpur? And I will tell you, if Manipur is important, Rajasthan is also important. Has anyone bothered to question what is happening to Adivasis in Sukma or Jagdalpur in Chhattisgarh? No, Rajdeep, please don't interrupt.
No. Yeah, you cannot. Ma'am, the debate, that's my problem. The debate today was on Delhi. What voting is going on Delhi?
Okay, so let me come to Delhi. Let me come to Delhi.
Yeah, please, 30 seconds.
Yes, I'm glad you gave me 30 seconds. So first, let me just say that Rahul Gandhi or Priyanka Vadra have no moral locus standi to give a lecture on democracy or morality to the Modi government. लड़की हूं लड़ सकती हूं का नारा लगाने वाली प्रियंका वाड्रा, हिम्मत है, go and visit the victims in Alwar, in Jodhpur, in Karoli and in Bhilwara, otherwise just zit it. And now speaking about the Delhi Services Bill, if you read the Constitution carefully, Article 239A of the Constitution, you read that along with Transaction of Business Rules 1993. There is one thing which needs to be told to your audience. Over and above Article 239AA, over and above the Transaction of Business Rules of 1993 is Article 73 of the Constitution, and Home Minister Amit Shah spoke about Article 73 each time he has discussed the Delhi Services Bill, because Article 73 gives a carte blanche. I repeat, Article 73 gives a carte blanche to the Union government, the Modi government, to legislate on any matter pertaining to any state or any union territory.
Your 30 seconds are up. Your 30 seconds are up, ma'am.
Including Delhi.
Okay, your 30 seconds are up. Priyanka Kakkar, Sanju Verma, your time is up. Now, Priyanka Kakkar, you know, the fact is, what is being suggested by the Home Minister right through this bill effectively was that the Aam Aadmi Party, he targeted y'all. Accused y'all of not holding cabinet meetings, accused y'all of not holding sessions of the assembly, accused y'all of corruption, accused y'all of intimidating bureaucrats, and hence said the centre has to take it over. How do you respond? Is this an attempt, do you think, to finish Aam Aadmi Party or to expose Aam Aadmi Party?
Good evening, Rajdeep ji. Rajdeep ji, it has been a constant attempt of the BJP since we came into power, since the very beginning, by either imprisoning our leaders or alleging these fake corruption charges which hold no water when they reach the court. Now, I want to come to the Delhi Ordinance Bill. Even today, it is unfortunate that I believe that the Home Minister used the platform it was high on rhetoric and low on content. Clearly, Ms. Sanju Verma sitting here or the Home Minister, I respectfully submit that they have no knowledge of the law. I say this because 239AA, the clause 7A very categorically states that any further amendment will only be to supplement the provisions of 239A, not to 239AA, not to completely take away the rights of the Delhi government. You know, it also goes against their promises from 1977 to 2015 to make Delhi a full state. It also goes against all the previous netas, whether it was Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, whether it was late Sushma Swaraj ji, whether it is Advani ji, everyone, or whether it is Madan Mohan Khurana, they all advocated the full state for Delhi. But आज इन्होंने छुरा भोंका है सबके पीठ में अपने नेताओं के, और आज इन्होंने नेहरू जी को इन्वोक किया है. They have taken Delhi back to dark ages, which is what they're trying to do throughout the country. I am saying this with full responsibility that they have they've changed the basic structure of the Constitution.
You're saying this has been done to undermine
without amending it.
Okay, you're saying this has been done to undermine the Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi. But, you know, Supriya Shrinay, the larger message that one got is that the BJP appears determined in a way to suggest that the opposition alliance is an alliance of convenience. That the same Aam Aadmi Party which called the Congress corrupt is now with the Congress because the Aam Aadmi Party for self-preservation, the Congress with an eye on the 2024 elections. That seems to be the direction, the narrative the BJP is setting, that the opposition is is coming together out of opportunism versus the BJP which holds together the NDA alliance as a dominant partner. That's going to be the theme. Khichdi Sarkar versus Mazboot Sarkar.
So what sounds like assertion and conviction to you sounds like very hollow words and being rattled to me. Because if the Home Minister and the Prime Minister weren't baffled and rattled, how do they explain the presence of Ajit Pawar as a Deputy Chief Minister 12 hours after the Prime Minister was blaming him for a 70,000 crore scam? How does he, justify the presence of 38 odd parties after the Prime Minister said Ek Akela Sab Par Bhari, 24 of who have 0 MPs? There will be 9 northeastern parties of that alliance, and I will see what they will do on the Manipur issue. The reality is that the Prime Minister and the Home Minister are absolutely baffled and rattled, and it is showing in their conduct. It is showing in their statements. It is showing in the fact that after Rahul Gandhi returns to Parliament, the BJP is running going helter-skelter, trying to divert issue from Manipur. The reality is that one of India's states has been burning for the last 3 months, and the Prime Minister did not choose to name Manipur 78 days till the horrific video came.
So what you're saying, you're going to...
of this government, a moral compass that's in decadence.
Rajdeep.
Okay. You know, Sanju Verma, just to inform our viewers, voting is on at the moment. As I said, we expect the government to win the vote rather comfortably because the Biju Janata Dal and the YSRCP, two parties, non-BJP parties, expected to support the government.
He or she brings it to the notice of the chairman before the result of division is announced. The correction slips will be distributed to the honourable members who desire to correct their recorded vote by the officials of the Secretariat.
I shall now again read as the process.
Okay, so the process is being read of the voting, but Sanju Verma, while that is happening, you want to respond that all of this is actually the government trying to mask certain uncomfortable truths, whether it's the truth of Manipur, whether it is the truth of Chinese entering Ladakh, eastern Ladakh, whether it has been COVID deaths. This is a government that doesn't want to confront certain issues, which is why this entire no confidence motion will be ignited tomorrow. You don't want to, the Delhi debate has been done because you want to finish off AAP. This is not about, you want to finish off Arvind Kejriwal at all costs. And you don't want to face inconvenient truths. Manipur, COVID, China.
Rajdeep, can I, your answers, your questions are so lengthy, one forgets that, whether you are asking me a question or you are also trying to be the spokesperson of some party, and now you will allege Sanju Verma is getting personal. I'm not getting personal. Please ask me a question. Don't speak on behalf of some other panelists.
My simple question, is the government looking to finish off the opposition using the Delhi bill? And are you running away from other key issues?
Rajdeep, unlike some politicians who are like the three monkeys, they are either blind or they don't speak or they are deaf and not hard of hearing. Now very quickly, because there are two anti-BJP panelists here, very quickly, to Priyanka Kakkad, and very humbly, she feels the Home Minister does not understand law. If the Home Minister does not understand law, then okay, I don't need a certificate from you, so please shut up because I did not heckle you. You understand
please, please, you were just talking about abuses. Look at your language. Your own supporter, YSRCP said
Rajdeep, can I make my point? I did not
Priyanka ji, let her complete.
Please tell her to improve
yes,
her
shut
language.
up.
Please
Put
tell her
Priyanka ji's voice down. Go ahead, Sanju.
Yes. Rajdeep, I will remind you just few months back, this woman who's sitting here and giving me a bhashan on Sanju Verma's language. I remember, and don't interrupt me, it will take me 10 seconds, Rajdeep, and I'm sure you will be fair to me. अरे बेगानी शादी में अब्दुल्ला दीवाना कौन है ये एलजी? कहां से आ गया एलजी? किस बात का एलजी? हमारे सर पे आके बैठ गया ये एलजी? This is the discourse on the floor of the Delhi Assembly, talking in such abusive manner about the current Delhi LG VK Saxena, and who is the person? कौन है ये LG? None other than muffler धारी fraud Arvind Kejriwal, who claimed हम तो गुजरात जीतेंगे जी. You got 5 seats, हम तो गोवा जीतेंगे जी. You got 2 seats, हम तो उत्तराखंड जीतेंगे जी. You got 0 seats. So that is what I have to say to Aam Aadmi Party. You have 1 seat in Lok Sabha. शांत हो जाओ. Now coming to Supriya Shrinev, she repeatedly told you, Rajdeep, and your audience, Modi and Shah are rattled. They are rattled. I will very quickly in 20 seconds, and I need just 20 seconds. The last 6-month MOTN surveys plus the average of the Lokniti CSDS poll, 67% of the sample said either they are only satisfied or very satisfied with the Modi government's work. 72% said that they hail Prime Minister Modi's leadership. 43% of the respondents said that the BJP will come back to power for the 3rd time in 2024 with at least a 40% vote share, and 61% said they see Narendra Modi as the Prime Minister for the 3rd time in a row. And when questioned about Rahul Gandhi, 24% said that they see Rahul Gandhi as Prime Minister, and 3% see Arvind Kejriwal as the Prime Minister.
Okay.
Because 3% sense to me.
3% see Arvind Kejriwal as the Prime Minister.
So you're saying that these are not challengers to Mr. Modi. You made your point. Let Supriya Shrinev, according to the BJP, contrary to being rattled,
and Supriya,
just a minute, ma'am, now. Your voice will be lowered. Contrary to being rattled, the BJP says, bring it on. They are more than happy to have Rahul Gandhi opening the no confidence motion tomorrow. They are saying we are ready to battle him, take him on. Is the Congress going to put all its eggs in Rahul Gandhi's basket? Do you want 2024 to be Rahul Gandhi versus Modi?
No, that's an irrelevant question. We have an alliance that's called India, and it baffles Mr. Modi so much that he has actually taken on our country. He is willing to actually call our country vitriolic names. He is willing to call India Indian Mujahideen, and he is willing to enslave us by comparing us to East India Company. He's actually willing to say call the India. That's what he is doing as an elected. Please don't speak in between. Rajdeep, I didn't speak. This is not on. You need to lower her fader.
Don't lie.
So the reality is that you have an issue with us. You have taken on India. You have taken on India. And guess what? Anybody who takes on India will be vanquished. Because India wins every war, every contest, every challenge. The fact that the Prime Minister is running
Put your voice down. Only
away
Supriya now.
from Parliament tells you how scared he is.
No.
The fact that the Prime Minister has not made one appearance in the Lok Sabha since the session began tells you how baffled and rattled he is with the prospect of India taking him on, because he knows he will be vanquished. India alone wins. The reality is it's not about Rahul Gandhi or it's not about any other leader. It's about the issues of the people. It's about the common man who says, "Hamari guzar nahi ho rahi hai." The way you laugh and how shameless you are to laugh when Manipur is burning, or when people are dying of hunger, or when there is joblessness, or when there is high prices, tomatoes being sold at 300, tells you your connection with the ground is completely lost. You may get the media time because you're spending through your, through your hair as far as ads are concerned. But on the ground, your connection is broken. People of this country have had enough of your arrogance, and they will pay you back in kind. And they pay you back heavily when they do. Trust me on that.
I should give
because of your ego and your arrogance.
In the interest of fairness, let me give a final word to you, Sanju Verma. Sanju Verma, no confidence motion tomorrow. Are you saying bring it on? Or is this going to be the no confidence motion unlike 2018? Unlike 2018, where issues from Manipur to COVID to China will push.
Why should she have a final
Rajdeep, when she was speaking, you did not take me on screen.
Ma'am, I'm giving equal time. Supriya, I'm giving equal time. Yes, finish off Sanju Verma.
Yes,
I will let you also speak, Priyanka.
Thank you, Rajdeep. Rajdeep, हिंदी में एक कहावत है.
How old are you?
ये मत पूछो कि मेरी पहचान क्या है. ये मत पूछो कि मेरी पहचान क्या है. तुम मुझे बदनाम करो. तुम्हारी जहां तक औकात है, ये मत पूछो मेरी पहचान कहां तक है. तुमसे हो सके तो मुझे बदनाम करो. तुम्हारी औकात जहां तक है. So I just want to tell the opposition that while they keep, fretting and fawning and fuming that, oh, Modi Shah rattled, democracy khatre mein hai. Tell me one thing, Rajdeep. Is Rajasthan, the rape capital of India, not a part of India? Why is the opposition not talking about Rajasthan? Is Chhattisgarh not
you
a part
made
of
that
India?
point
Why is
earlier.
the opposition not talking about
You made that point earlier. I asked you, is the government ready to face inconvenient questions on Manipur, China, COVID, growth, inflation?
Can I finish, Rajdeep?
No, you answer my question. We have limited time now.
Okay, I will just say this to you, Rajdeep. 2 days back, the S&P Global, the world's biggest credit rating agencies, and remember this, your audience needs to know, don't lower my fader. When P. Chidambaram was the finance minister and Manmohan Singh was the prime minister, S&P Global had reduced India's rating to just one notch above junk status. 2 days back, S&P Global says that under Prime Minister Narendra Modi, thanks to structural reforms carried out by India, which is the world's fastest growing economy for the 3rd year running, India under Modi has strengthened its claims, quote unquote, to being a global superpower. Morgan Stanley says that China has been downgraded, but India has been upgraded to overweight.
So you're...
And Rajdeep Sardesai, I just want to ask you one thing. For a change, just for a change, indulge me. I never ask you. Will you congratulate Prime Minister Narendra Modi once for overtaking the United Kingdom and becoming the world's 5th largest economy in terms of nominal GDP at $3.75 trillion? Just say, I congratulate Prime Minister Modi. Just say that. Say that.
Ma'am, it is not my
Be
job to
neutral
congratulate.
for a
Are you
change.
really
Be
saying,
neutral for a
ma'am,
change. Be
I am
neutral for a
delighted
change.
as an Indian. Let me tell you, if India's economy
happy?
grows,
We are the world's
I am
fifth largest
delighted as an
economy under
Indian that
Modi.
the Indian economy grows.
Are you
If the
happy
Prime
we are the
Minister
fifth largest
contributes
under
to
Modi?
it, good luck to him. Just as
Can you say well done, Prime Minister Modi?
I
Can
will,
you say that,
ma'am,
Rajdeep?
are you going to give all the
Can you
credit
say
for what
that?
is happening to
Can I
Prime
make-
Can
Minister
you say
Modi?
that?
Is that what
As
you
a
want?
journalist, can you
Okay.
say that?
If
Well
that's
done,
what
Prime
you would
Minister
make you
Modi.
happy,
She's
I'll
insane.
say Prime
Cuckoo.
Minister
Yes.
Modi gets the credit, but the
Cuckoo.
credit
Of
really,
course.
frankly,
Of
goes
course.
to an economy which has been growing
Thank
steadily
you.
since 91
Yes.
to
And this
2023.
Supriya Shrinet and Priyanka Thakkar, they are a bunch of losers.
Okay.
इनके केजरीवाल को कोई
Okay.
नहीं पूछता nationally ना
I will leave it there. I will leave it there. My colleague Gaurav Sawant now takes over with India First. As you can see, voting on in the Rajya Sabha, we expect the government of the day to carry the bill and pass the Delhi Services Bill, which will now become law, giving powers to the centre to appoint and transfer bureaucrats. Over to Gaurav Sawant and India First.
Co-powered by the new Kia Seltos, the badass reborn. Co-powered by PolicyBazaar.com. हर family होगी insured. Extra safe Polycab Green Wire.
The chilling new audio files.
जितने भी हैं तमाम की तमाम जो है सिंगार के मंदिर पे इकट्ठे हो जाओ फटाफट, ठीक है? गुजारिश है ये आपसे, आज मौका है.
Planned attack to kill at least 20 in the temple.
100-200 से आगे होंगे, कहा 10-20 भी ना टपके इनमें से. कम से कम जैसे गाड़ी जलाई, गाड़ी इनके साथ में कहा 10-20 ने टपका था.
Haryana government probes the chilling new audio tapes.
Apparently हमें लगता है कि किसी ना किसी ने इसको मास्टरमाइंड जरूर किया है.
Stones, petrol bombs, mob launched a targeted attack on the temple.
ये देखो भाई फाइल.
New riots, a planned conspiracy. The chilling new audio tapes. That's our top focus on India First.
The voice in that audio clip is spine-chilling. With clinical precision, the voice calls for targeting of devotees at the Shringar Shiv temple. The voice on the audio tape calls for circulating the message in multiple WhatsApp groups to ensure it spreads far and wide, all the way to Saudi Arabia. Police are now probing the audio message, the WhatsApp groups and the targeting of the Shringar Shiv temple 45 kilometers away from Noor. Exclusive details on India First. I'm Gaurav Sawant as always. Let's get started with the headlines at 10. Voting underway in Rajya Sabha. Contentious Delhi Services Bill will give almost complete powers to the centre to decide on transfers, postings of bureaucrats. Stage set for India versus NDA clash in Parliament. The debate on no confidence motion brought by the opposition against the Narendra Modi government begins tomorrow. Smriti Irani, Nirmala Sitharaman to lead the BJP charge. Rahul Gandhi's Lok Sabha membership restored after Lok Sabha Secretariat issues notice. Grand welcome for the Congress Party MP in Parliament. BJP claims a China link to Congress after New York Times report says news portal NewsClick was pushing Beijing's agenda. NewsClick calls China funding allegations misleading. Corruption charge on the Siddaramaiah Sarkar. Karnataka governor raises graft charges against state agriculture minister. The minister says the allegations are baseless and false. There is a rising clamor in Haryana to implement the Yogi model of governance even in Haryana. The Vishwa Hindu Parishad in Haryana wants Yogi Adityanath as the Chief Minister of Haryana, or at least the implementation of Yogi Adityanath's policies like in Uttar Pradesh to ensure zero communal clashes and the targeting of Hindus in India. At a Mahapanchayat that was organized in Gurugram, several sarpanches wanted Manohar Lal Khattar to step down as Chief Minister. They claimed he failed to provide security to Hindus to the temple procession, and that is where Yogi Adityanath's bulldozer politics is what is required. Bulldozer policies are required. Let's listen in to voices from ground before I get you much more on an India Today special investigation into the new clashes.
इस मुख्यमंत्री की इस्तीफे की हम मांग करते हैं। ऐसा मुख्यमंत्री नहीं चाहिए, हमें चाहिए योगी जैसा मुख्यमंत्री। और साथियों, दूसरी बात, अगर ये योगी जैसा मुख्यमंत्री नहीं दे सकते तो मेवात को उत्तर प्रदेश में शामिल कर दे। मेवात को उत्तर प्रदेश में शामिल कर दे और भारत सरकार कहे कि आज से मेवात योगी जी के अधीन रहेगा।
The chilling Mewat audio tape, the new audio tape that exposes planned attack on devotees at the Sringar Shiv temple 45 kilometers away from Nu. An audio tape where the speaker taunts. Before I get you that story, big story on India Today. Delhi Services Bill passed in Rajya Sabha. Government had the numbers, government had support of several parties. The government had absolute numbers in Lok Sabha, but these are images from Rajya Sabha. Delhi Services Bill passed in Rajya Sabha.
Motion moved. There is one amendment by Dr. John Britas for reference of the registration of births and deaths amendment 2023 as passed by Lok Sabha to a select committee of the Rajya Sabha. Member may move the amendment at this stage without any speech. Dr. John Britas, you are moving the amendment? I am moving, sir. You are moving the amendment? Moving. Amendment moved. The motion for consideration of the bill and the amendment moved thereto are now open for discussion. I shall now call upon the members whose names have been received for participation for the discussion. श्रीमती सुलता देव प्लीज।
माननीय उपसभापति, डेप्यूटी चेयरमैन सर, मुझे द रजिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ बर्थ एंड डेथ अमेंडमेंट बिल 2023 पर बोलने के लिए मौका देने के लिए मैं आपका आभारी हूँ। ये बिल जो बर्थ एंड डेथ रजिस्ट्रेशन का आया है, जन्म और मृत्यु का, मैं बिल को मेरे पार्टी बीजू जनता दल के तरफ से समर्थन करती हूँ। क्योंकि अब जब देश बदल रहा है तो कानून भी बदलना चाहिए सर। इसीलिए क्योंकि जो पुराना कानून हम लोग 54 साल से पहले आया हुआ था, वो कानून का अभी बदलने का वक्त आ गया है। क्योंकि हम लोग सब देखे हैं बर्थ एंड डेथ रजिस्ट्रेशन में कितना सारे प्रॉब्लम्स आते हैं जन्म और मृत्यु का पंजीकरण के। क्योंकि मैं खुद एक ग्राम पंचायत की सरपंच रह चुकी हूँ, मुझे मालूम है कि अगर जन्म और मृत्यु के लिए कोई रजिस्ट्रेशन का प्रावधान होता है तभी कितना मुश्किल होता है। अगर छोटी बच्ची होती है तो उसका बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट सभी जगह दिया जाता है, जैसे स्कूल हो कहीं पर हो, मगर बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट को निकालने के लिए ये सब भी मानेंगे कि हमारे जुतियाँ घिस जाती है। रजिस्ट्रेशन सर्टिफिकेट एक निकालने के लिए हम लोग जब इधर उधर उधर भागते रहते होते हैं, हमारे जुतियाँ घिस जाती है। और वैसे ही ठीक अगर हम लोग डेथ रजिस्ट्रेशन मृत्यु का भी सर्टिफिकेट निकालना चाहे तो भी उतना ही प्रॉब्लम होता है, क्योंकि ये सारे जो है ये फिजिकली रिकॉर्ड मेंटेन किया जाता है। मगर जब के अब डिजिटल इंडिया की बात हो रहा है तो ये बर्थ एंड डेथ रजिस्ट्रेशन, जन्म और मृत्यु का पंजीकरण डिजिटल इंडिया के अंतर्गत हो रहा है। अब ये बिल अमेंडमेंट होके ये बिल पास होने पर जो बच्चे पैदा होंगे, मैं तो बोलूंगी कि वो सारे बच्चे इतने खुशनसीब होंगे कि उनका सारा जो जन्म का रजिस्ट्रेशन होगा वो सारे ऑनलाइन में रजिस्ट्रेशन।
So 102 votes against the Delhi Services Bill, 131 in favor. I want to cut across to India Today's Aishwarya Paliwal for more on this. Aishwarya, the government was in no doubt about it. The Union Home Minister Amit Shah on the floor of the Rajya Sabha had made it very clear whether it's the no confidence movement or a discussion on Manipur that is open to the idea on the 11th, or here the government was very clear. It had the numbers.
Well, that exactly is something that the Bharatiya Janata Party and the central government had been time and again speaking about the fact. A very emotive speech there, Gaurav, being made by the Home Minister of the country, Amit Shah, clearly pointing towards the fact that they knew exactly what the outcome will be. Now, the big question, Gaurav, is will the Aam Aadmi Party stay in the India alliance? Because, you know, for over the past 3 to 4 days, there has been a buzz that there is a possibility that, you know, the Aam Aadmi Party might just walk out, and also the way in which they arm twisted the Congress Party into making sure that the Congress Party was on board with them is something that we will have to see over the next few days. You know, we will now, we are all now waiting for Arvind Kejriwal's press conference that will begin shortly. But yes, one thing that this has done is that it has given a boost to the Bharatiya Janata Party, to Home Minister Amit Shah, and also given a boost to the central government, because this definitely is paving the way for the big 2024 elections. Gaurav.
And again, on opposition coming together, there was a barb from the Union Home Minister Amit Shah. He said, what is this talk about this principled alliance or Siddhanto ki ladai, where the opposition claims to have come together? The Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress have been at loggerheads. In fact, there was a barb that was aimed at Mallikarjun Kharge from the Home Minister, where he said the Aam Aadmi Party is not targeting us. The Aam Aadmi Party is actually targeting the Congress, trying to ensure that the Congress is wiped out first in Delhi, then in Punjab, which brings us to that point. Are the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress together in the opposition alliance called India?
Well, a big question there, Gaurav, something that everyone, and especially the Bharatiya Janata Party, will be keeping a very close eye, because from day one, from the first meeting that took place in Patna, this is what the BJP and the top leaders, especially Prime Minister Narendra Modi, because he's been taking pot shots at India and saying that this is just a coalition of those who are extremely corrupt. If you would have noticed over the past many rallies that Prime Minister has done, he's been speaking about the fact that these are parties that only want to make sure that they rise. These are the parties that want to make sure that they you know, they earn a lot of money. So Prime Minister very clearly speaking about the fact that this is just a coalition of the corrupt, and today by passing the bill in the upper house, very clearly the Bharatiya Janata Party has set the move. The ball is now rolling, Gaurav, for the big 2024 elections. What will happen to India? We will now have to wait and watch, and all the eyes now on the press conference of Arvind Kejriwal, because Arvind Kejriwal time and again has been speaking about the fact that they, you know, they were very sure that they wanted all the parties together and all of them standing together, but the numbers did not stack up in their favor. What will happen to India? We'll have to wait and watch.
So this bill now goes to the president. It's a setback as far as the opposition opposition alliance is concerned. But there's another aspect. Now, there was a proposal that was moved to send this to the select committee. Even here, several MPs, including Sudhanshu Trivedi, say they never signed that this should be sent to the select committee. And the Home Minister says this is a breach of privilege and should be taken up. Now, this again would raise serious questions about how the opposition was actually galvanizing its numbers or its strength for this bill, Aishwarya.
Well, definitely, numbers are being, a lot of questions at the moment are being raised. We'll get more clarity, but the fact of the matter is, if we just look at data, it is 102 versus 131. So here also we see that the actual numbers are with the Bharatiya Janata Party. So definitely, no two ways in which the BJP, in fact, knew what exactly would take place. A big setback for Arvind Kejriwal, for the Aam Aadmi Party. What the BJP, Gaurav, has been speaking about in Delhi, it is Congress versus Aam Aadmi Party. In West Bengal, it is TMC versus Congress. So these are the questions that the BJP, Home Minister Amit Shah, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been raising time and again, saying, what is the common thread that brings all of you together? This actually will be the litmus test for India. The next meeting, from what we understand, Gaurav, will take place in Mumbai, in Maharashtra. How many leaders will actually turn up, and will they actually
look at the numbers, Aishwarya? Look at the difference between the numbers that the government has and the numbers that the opposition was able to get. 131 in favor of the government, only 102 against this bill. But before I get you more on this, and Aishwarya, stay with me, let's quickly cut across and listen in to the Home Minister's spirited defense and response to the charges laid by the opposition. Let's listen in to Amit Shah.
एक बिल हम लाए हैं पावर केंद्र में लाने के लिए नहीं, केंद्र ने दिए हुए पावर पर दिल्ली यूटी की सरकार अतिक्रमण करती है, इसको वैधानिक रूप से रोकने के लिए ये बिल लेकर हम आए। मान्यवर, शब्दों के श्रृंगार से असत्य को सत्य नहीं बनाया जा सकता। लंबे चौड़े ऑक्सफोर्ड की डिक्शनरी के सुंदर सुंदर अंग्रेजी शब्दों से बोलने से असत्य सत्य नहीं हो जाता है। मान्यवर, मैं सबको बताना चाहता हूं कि कोई भी इसका विरोध करे अगर सत्य है कि 91 से लेकर 2015 तक यही व्यवस्था चलती थी, इसमें हमने कोई फर्क नहीं किया है। 91 से लेकर 2015 तक मदन लाल खुराना जी मुख्यमंत्री रहे, फिर साहिब सिंह वर्मा बने, फिर थोड़े समय के लिए स्वर्गीय सुषमा स्वराज जी बनी, फिर थोड़े शीला दीक्षित जी बनी, मगर किसी से केंद्र सरकार से झगड़ा नहीं हुआ, किसी को नहीं हुआ, क्योंकि सब लोग विकास करना चाहते थे, सब पावर लेना नहीं चाहते थे। मान्यवर, उस वक्त कई बार कांग्रेस की सरकार थी और हमारी सरकार ऊपर रही, कई बार हमारी सरकार नीचे थी, ऊपर कांग्रेस की सरकार रही। ट्रांसफर पोस्टिंग के लिए कभी झगड़ा नहीं हुआ। उस वक्त यही व्यवस्था से निर्णय होते थे और किसी मुख्यमंत्री को कोई तकलीफ नहीं थी। आज जो राजनीतिक जरूरियात के कारण आप पार्टी की गोदी में बैठी है, वो कांग्रेस पार्टी ये संविधान संशोधन लेकर आई, ये हम लेकर नहीं आए। अगर दिल्ली के अधिकारों का किसी ने हनन किया है, दिल्ली की असेंबली का किसी ने हनन किया अधिकारों का, तो मान्यवर
आपको मिर्ची लगी होगी, बैठ जाओ। आपको तकलीफ हुई है, अरे गोदी में बैठने में तकलीफ हुई है।
माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, इनको करने में तकलीफ नहीं और सुनने में क्यों तकलीफ होती है? करते हैं तो सुनना पड़ेगा। मैं फिर से रिपीट करना चाहता हूं, केवल और केवल राजनीतिक स्वार्थ के कारण आप पार्टी का एपीचमेंट करने के लिए ये अपने ही लाए हुए कानून का ये विरोध कर रहे हैं। अगर कांग्रेस पार्टी में अंतरात्मा है तो इस बिल का समर्थन करना चाहिए। मैं तो आपकी चीज को लेकर खड़ा हूं, मगर ये नहीं करेंगे, मुझे मालूम है मान्यवर, क्योंकि उनको गठबंधन बचाना है, मान्यवर, मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं, ये आप पार्टी का जन्म ही कांग्रेस का विरोध कर हुआ। लगभग 3 टन जितनी गाली कांग्रेस की सरकार को बोले और बोलकर सरकार में आए, और आज अनधिकृत अधिकार प्राप्त करने के लिए कांग्रेस का समर्थन ले रहे हैं। और कांग्रेस वालों को भी ठीक है, चलो हमारा गठबंधन बढ़े। भाई मैं बताना चाहता हूं खड़गे साहब, जैसे ही आज शाम को ये बिल खत्म हुआ, पारित हुआ, केजरीवाल जी पलट जाएंगे, ठेंगा दिखाएंगे और कुछ नहीं होने वाला। क्या हासिल है वोटिंग से? क्या हासिल है? सवाल आप मणिपुर की स्थिति, मणिपुर की चिंता और सरकार ने उठाए गए कदम पर चर्चा करने चाहते हैं, या वोटिंग से शो ऑफ स्ट्रेंथ करना चाहते हैं? और वोटिंग से शो ऑफ स्ट्रेंथ करनी है तो भी हम डरते नहीं है, इसी बिल में कर लीजिए, अभी दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी।
प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी कह रहे हैं कि मैं सुप्रीम कोर्ट को भी नहीं मानता। जिस देश के प्रधानमंत्री उस देश की सर्वोच्च अदालत को नहीं मानते, उस देश का क्या भविष्य हो सकता है? सीधे सीधे वो कह रहे हैं सुप्रीम कोर्ट जो मर्जी आदेश पास करे, अगर मुझे सुप्रीम कोर्ट का आदेश पसंद नहीं आया तो मैं उसके खिलाफ कानून बना के सुप्रीम कोर्ट के आदेश को पलट दूंगा। इतना अहंकार हो गया इन लोगों को। इन लोगों ने देखा कि दिल्ली में आम आदमी पार्टी को हराना बहुत मुश्किल है। पिछले 4 चुनाव सीधे सीधे 2013 में, 2015 में, 2020 में और उसके बाद एमसीडी का चुनाव, सीधे सीधे 4 चुनाव बीजेपी आम आदमी पार्टी से दिल्ली में हार गई। दिल्ली के अंदर 25 साल से ज्यादा हो गए अब बीजेपी की सरकार नहीं बनी है। 25 साल से इनको वनवास दिल्ली के लोगों ने दिया हुआ है। तो इनको लगा कि आम आदमी पार्टी को हराना मुश्किल है, तो इन्होंने चोर दरवाजे से, पीछे से चोर दरवाजे से इन्होंने दिल्ली की सत्ता को हथियाने की कोशिश की है। दिल्ली के लोगों ने एक बार आम आदमी पार्टी को 70 में से 67 सीट दी और 3 सीट बीजेपी को दी। दूसरी बार 70 में से 62 सीट दी और 8 सीट बीजेपी को दी। तो एक तरह से दिल्ली की जनता ने चिल्ला चिल्ला के बीजेपी को कहा है कि दिल्ली के अंदर दखलंदाजी मत करना। प्रधानमंत्री जी को साफ साफ शब्दों में दिल्ली के लोगों ने कहा, 7 सीट उनको नेशनल चुनाव में 7 सीट दी और दिल्ली के चुनाव में 3 सीट दी। तो मोदी जी को साफ साफ दिल्ली की जनता ने कहा कि दिल्ली के काम में दखलंदाजी मत करना, आप देश संभालो। लेकिन मोदी जी कहते हैं मैं जनता की बात नहीं मानता। इतना अहंकार हो गया, ना जनता को सुन की बात मानते, ना सुप्रीम कोर्ट की बात मानते। और आपको पता है इस कानून में क्या लिखा है, जो कानून आज पास किया है? इस कानून में लिखा है कि दिल्ली के ऊपर से नीचे ए कैटेगरी, बी कैटेगरी, सी कैटेगरी, डी कैटेगरी, जितने दिल्ली सरकार के कर्मचारी हैं, उन सारे कर्मचारियों को के बारे में सारी पॉलिसी केंद्र सरकार बनाएगी। उनकी ट्रांसफर पॉलिसी, कौन अधिकारी, कौन चपरासी क्या काम करेगा, ये देश के प्रधानमंत्री बैठ के दिल्ली सरकार का कौन सा चपरासी क्या काम करेगा, कौन सा चपरासी फाइल उठाएगा, कौन सा चपरासी चाय पिलाएगा, कौन सा चपरासी खाना, ये काम रहेगा प्रधानमंत्री जी को। इसके लिए प्रधानमंत्री बनाया था देश का कि आप दिल्ली के चपरासियों की ट्रांसफर पॉलिसी बनाओगे बैठ के प्रधानमंत्री बनके। आप केंद्र चलाओ ना, आप दिल्ली के अंदर क्यों दखलंदाजी कर रहे हो? आपको क्या लगता है ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हैं? वो ऐसा इसलिए कर रहे हैं क्योंकि पिछले 7-8 साल में बिना किसी पावर के भी हम लोगों ने जो काम किए हैं, हमने इतने शानदार स्कूल बनाए, इतने शानदार अस्पताल बनाए, 24 घंटे बिजली कर दी, बिजली फ्री कर दी, पानी घर घर पहुंचा रहे हैं, सड़कें बनाई, इतने सारे काम हम लोगों ने कर दिए। इनसे वो काम नहीं हो रहे। 30-30 साल से गुजरात के अंदर इनकी सरकार है, बेड़ा गर्क है गुजरात का। हरियाणा के अंदर इनकी सरकार बनी, हरियाणा में बेड़ा गर्क है इनका। मणिपुर के अंदर बीजेपी की सरकार है, मणिपुर को जला दिया इन लोगों ने। इसलिए केजरीवाल के साथ कंपटीशन नहीं कर सकते, काम में कंपटीशन नहीं कर सकते, हमारे जैसे काम नहीं कर सकते, आम आदमी पार्टी के जैसे काम नहीं कर सकते। इसलिए केजरीवाल को काम करने से रोको, किसी भी तरह से केजरीवाल को काम करने से रोको, बस ये इनका मकसद है। मैं सुन रहा था अमित शाह जी को, वहां पे संसद में भाषण दे रहे थे, कहते हैं झगड़ते बहुत हैं ये लोग, झगड़ते बहुत हैं ये लोग। मैं स्कूल बनाता हूं, ये मेरे को स्कूल नहीं बना देते। फिर मैं जब इनसे कहता हूं मेरे को स्कूल बना देने दो तो कहते झगड़ता बहुत है केजरीवाल। मैं मोहल्ला क्लिनिक बनाता हूं, मेरे मोहल्ला क्लिनिक तोड़वा दिए इन लोगों ने। फिर कहते हैं केजरीवाल झगड़ता बहुत है। मैं इनको कहता हूं मेरे को मोहल्ला क्लिनिक बनाने दो। मैं अस्पताल में दवाइयां फ्री करता हूं, कहते हैं दवाइयां फ्री क्यों करता है। मैं बिजली फ्री करता हूं, कहते हैं केजरीवाल फ्री भी दे रहा है, फ्री की रेवड़ियां दे रहा है, कहते हैं झगड़ते बहुत हैं। मैं जो भी करता हूं, चाहे झगड़ता हूं चाहे जो भी करता हूं, दिल्ली के लोगों को पसंद हूं। इसीलिए 3 बार 4 बार दिल्ली के लोगों ने मेरे को, जो भी कर रहा हूं ठीक ही कर रहा हूं, तभी 4 बार लोगों ने हमें वोट दिया। और होम मिनिस्टर अमित शाह जी क्या कहते हैं, मैंने सुना उनको संसद में, हमारे पास पावर है, संविधान ने हमें पावर दी है कानून पास करने की, हमारे पास पावर है, हमें सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने पावर दिया है ये कानून पास करने की। अरे आपको पावर दी है जनता की सेवा करने की, जनता के ऊपर अत्याचार करने के लिए पावर नहीं दी है आपको। इतना घमंड मत कीजिए अमित शाह जी। आपको पावर दी गई है ताकि आप विकास करें देश का। आपको पावर दी गई है ताकि आप देश के लोगों को शक्तिशाली बनाएं। आपको पावर इसलिए नहीं दी गई है कि आप देश के लोगों को लाचार बना दें और उनके वोट का अधिकार छीन लें। ये जो आप पावर 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 कर रहे हो, ये पावर आपको जनता की सेवा करने के लिए दी गई है। मैंने देखा है अमित शाह जी पिछले चुनाव में आप घर घर जाके दिल्ली के अंदर पर्चे बांट रहे थे। एक घर में जाके आप पर्चे बांट रहे थे। दिल्ली के लोगों ने आपको नकार दिया। अब आप दिल्ली के लोगों को तमाचा मारने आ गए। केजरीवाल से नफरत करते करते इस नफरत में इतने अंधे हो गए कि आपने दिल्ली के लोगों के ऊपर अत्याचार करना चालू कर दिया। और मैं प्रधानमंत्री जी को याद दिलाना चाहता हूं, 2014 के चुनाव में प्रधानमंत्री जी आप खुद आए थे दिल्ली। आपका भाषण उठा के देखिए, आपने दिल्ली की जनता को प्रॉमिस किया था कि मेरे को प्रधानमंत्री बना दो, मैं अब दिल्ली को पूर्ण राज्य बनाऊंगा। उसके पहले, हर चुनाव के पहले भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने आंदोलन किए हैं दिल्ली के अंदर दिल्ली को पूर्ण राज्य बनाने के लिए। और आज आप लोगों ने दिल्ली के लोगों की पीठ में छुरा घोंप दिया, अपनी वादे से मुकर गए। अगर आप ऐसे करोगे फिर प्रधानमंत्री पे कौन यकीन करेगा। आपने खुद बोला था 2014 में कि मैं फुल स्टेटहुड बनाऊंगा, फिर कौन जनता आपके ऊपर यकीन करेगी। 2015 में आपने मेरी शक्तियां छीनी दिल्ली सरकार की। जैसी हमारी सरकार बनी आपने हमारी शक्तियां छीन ली नोटिफिकेशन जारी करके। फिर भी बिना शक्तियों के हमने काम किया और दिल्ली की जनता ने मेरे को 2020 में 62 सीट दे के दिल्ली की जनता ने आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार बनाई। क्यों? क्योंकि मैं दिल्ली का बेटा हूं और आप दिल्ली के नेता बनना चाहते हो। दिल्ली के लोगों को अपना बेटा पसंद है और दिल्ली के लोगों को आप जैसे नेता नहीं चाहिए। हम दिल्ली वाले दिल्ली से बहुत प्यार करते हैं और हम जानते हैं कि बीजेपी दिल्ली के लोगों से नफरत करती है, दिल्ली वालों से नफरत करती है। इस बार दिल्ली के लोग बीजेपी को एक भी सीट नहीं देंगे, लोकसभा में एक भी सीट नहीं देंगे। इस पूरे संघर्ष के अंदर बहुत सारी पार्टियों ने, बहुत सारे नेताओं ने दिल्ली के लोगों का साथ दिया। उन सब नेताओं को और उन सब पार्टियों को मैं तहे दिल से दिल्ली के 2 करोड़ लोगों की तरफ से शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं, धन्यवाद बोलता हूं।
Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's big attack on the Bharatiya Janata Party. He said the BJP government had stabbed the people of Delhi in the back. In 2014, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, then aspiring to be Prime Minister of India, had promised Delhi full statehood. On the other hand, excuse me, full statehood was not given. Delhi's powers have been taken away. I quickly want to cut across to India Today's National Affairs editor Rahul Srivastav joining us for more on this. Rahul, we heard what Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal said, but before that, look at how the numbers are stacked up. 131 in favor, 102 against. What does this say about the opposition alliance, India taking on the NDA?
that the idea of united opposition to take on the BJP in future is getting tested. One test today, and in another 2-3 days, there's going to be another test as the no confidence motion going to get taken up in the Lok Sabha. Now, if you see the numbers, till evening, the numbers which the government was likely to get was 125 odd. But by getting 130, more than 130 votes, and the opposition number slipping below 110, the indication is that the some votes that the Aam Aadmi Party was counting on will come to its kitty have actually gone to, that is for the bill. Now, eventually, what it indicates that there is still a lot as the opposition ranks are concerned. Now, in that, if Arvind Kejriwal had tried to make it a federal issue, that the fires which have reached Delhi today will reach other states also, perhaps that has not been very convincing. And it seems other parties realize that Delhi is different from other states. And if you see
another point that was raised by the Union Home Minister was when he told Mallikarjun Kharge, the Aam Aadmi Party is not targeting me, the Aam Aadmi Party is actually targeting you. The Congress, their entire politics was about being anti-Congress, whether in Delhi or in Punjab. Is this just to create more fissures in the opposition rank, or is there merit that there are major fissures in the opposition rank, and even a bill like the Delhi Services Bill did not paper over those differences?
No, your audio is bad, but I gather that you're asking me that are there very serious fissures in the
Yes, go on, sir.
Partially, but I think you're asking me that these fissures about the fissures. Yes, Amit Shah used his reply to the bill as far as the debate is concerned, where he tried to use it effectively to drive that wedge. One, he said that all the rules which have largely come about, the Congress had created them. And now the Congress is siding with Arvind Kejriwal, who was still now attacking the Congress party. In fact, there was a very interesting comment quipped by the Home Minister when he said that a few tons of abuses were hurled at the Congress party and various opposition leaders were called names. And then he stated also, warned Mallikarjun Kharge, that just let the bill pass and Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party will be out attacking the Congress, because he knows that in Rajya Pradesh, the Aam Aadmi Party is trying to make forays. So the idea behind the whole debate eventually materialized an attempt of test of strength as far as the two formations are concerned now, the NDA versus India. And it seems that India as a whole entity within their own interpersonals between them, the relations between them, and the relationship between the opposition groupings, India and the rest, they need a sincere amount of work. Why I say that, Gaurav, that the Delhi Ordinance Bill, and in sometime in the winter session, the government is planning to bring something as critical, is likely to bring something as critical as a uniform civil code. And if there is opposition disunity in this intervening period till the next elections, it will be very difficult for the opposition to sell a unity story to challenge the NDA.
But Rahul, how will the opposition be able to sell that unity story when the opposition is taking on each other in multiple states? They're only united in targeting the Narendra Modi government or the BJP. Otherwise, in states, they're fighting. So how will they be able to sell the story? The Home Minister also referred to it, whether he was talking about the Trinamool Congress, the left, the Congress in Bengal, or the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress in Delhi and in Punjab. What happens next in a state like Rajasthan, for example?
Yes, that's two meeting the opposition, which eventually led to the formation of India with 26, led by the Congress, has given one very clear impression that there are some troubled states where unity will be difficult and components of India will be contesting against each other. But beyond that, the idea is not really seat sharing or having a united face, prime ministerial candidate or any other. These are ticklish issues which can create division. And that is why this coalition is not getting into it. And the whole idea now of this India is to create a large nationwide footprint of perception against Narendra Modi and the BJP. Beyond that, this coalition is not of a great significance in terms that if you think it is a classic coalitions in which there will be seat sharing of a leader who will be leading all of them, I think those are difficult issues. They know that these are issues which will divide the coalition. So for a unity index, high unity index, the idea is to restrict India only till as far as creating a nationwide footprint of narrative against Narendra Modi is concerned.
Okay. Now, as far as that narrative is concerned, Rahul, before I let you go, as far as that narrative is concerned, on Manipur, will the opposition be able to do that in Parliament, especially at a time when the Union Home Minister said, fine, you want to debate, you want debate and numbers, we can do it today in the Delhi Ordinance Bill, we can do it on Manipur on the 11th. That was the challenge to Mallikarjun Kharge. So after the no confidence motion, do we actually see a debate on Manipur on Friday, Rahul?
Yes, the government has been open to the idea of a debate. But I think eventually the idea of a debate is not the core of the whole disruption or the opposition move. It wants the Prime Minister to speak up, because once the Prime Minister speak up, they feel that they will have tangibly something against the Prime Minister to paint him as somebody who has failed. The idea is not to make the government come out with answers, because if they had, then Amit Shah would have been the most appropriate and suitable person to be replying a debate on the Manipur issue, because remember, the Home Ministry is the nodal agency between the center and the states. The idea is to make the Prime Minister speak and then build a narrative from there. And that is why, Gaurav, I'll tell the viewers a very interesting thing. This is the 28th no confidence motion in the history of this country. The first one was largely targeted at Jawaharlal Nehru government and its failure on China in 1963. But still, it was not targeted at a Prime Minister making him to speak. This no confidence motion has a unique distinction on trying to make the Prime Minister speak on an issue, and the opposition will come united to build a perception on Manipur. Interestingly, Rahul Gandhi, reinstated as a member of parliament after his supreme relief in the Supreme Court, might be leading a charge, and that might form the core of what the opposition may be doing in future.
Fair enough. That happens at 12 noon. And we'll be tracking that story very, very closely. Rahul, stay with me. A quick break. Back with lots more. Keep watching our special broadcast on India Today.
In politics, everyone has an opinion, but I have the data. Whose stock is rising? Whose graph is falling? Track India's political stock exchange. Unmatched, unmissable data analytics. The only show on News TV when numbers do the talking. India's most credible poll tracker. The Political Stock Exchange. With Rahul Kamal, only on India Today.
और जब मैं न्यूज क्लिक की बात करता हूं तो चीन के द्वारा संपोषित ग्लोबल मीडिया संस्थान जिसके द्वारा ये फंडिंग हुई है, न्यूज क्लिक की अगर मैं बात करूं इसकी फंडिंग की भी, तो जब भारत में इसके खिलाफ जो इसके रेड हुई और वो रेड 5 दिन तक चली, उसमें कहां से पैसा लिया गया, कितने पैसे आए, वो सब जानकारियां भी मैं आपको देने वाला हूं कि क्या क्या उस समय हुआ। उस समय भी प्रश्न उठे थे कि आखिरकार ये फंडिंग एकदम से कैसे और कहां से आई। कांग्रेस, China, news click, a part of a umbilical cord. और ये इससे सिद्ध होता है क्योंकि कुछ लोगों को तो ये भी आदत थी कि, और मैं नाम लेके भी कह सकता हूं, कि राहुल जी की नकली मोहब्बत की दुकान में चीनी सामान ये साफ नजर आने लगा है। चीन के प्रति प्यार ये दिखता था और भारत के खिलाफ दुष्प्रचार ये विदेशी जमीन पर भी और विदेशी न्यूज एजेंसियों के माध्यम से भी प्रोपेगेंडा के तहत होता था। एक एजेंडा था, एंटी इंडिया, ब्रेक इंडिया कैंपेन, ये लोग चलाते थे। और इनके यहां सारा सामान चीनी है और चीन को सम्मान है। हम भारत को टुकड़े टुकड़े नहीं होने देंगे, चाहे कांग्रेस टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग के साथ जाकर खड़ी हो जाए। राहुल गांधी जी बीच रात को जाकर उनके साथ खड़े हो गए, बाद में टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग के लोगों को अपने आप में शामिल भी करा लिया। और इनके समय तो सीबीआई और ईडी पिंजरे में बंद तोता होती थी, लेकिन आज अगर वो ईडी कार्रवाई न्यूज क्लिक जैसी फर्जी संस्थाओं के खिलाफ करती है तो उसके ऊपर ये प्रश्न चिन्ह खड़ा करते हैं। ये गलत सूचना के खिलाफ, मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन के खिलाफ युद्ध है और ये युद्ध जारी रहना चाहिए। भारत के खिलाफ दुष्प्रचार करने वाले जो चाइना का एजेंडा लेकर दुनिया भर में नैरेटिव खड़ा करने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं, जो ये अंतर्राष्ट्रीय अखबार ने भी बात कही है, तो उसको मैं आपके सामने रख रहा हूं। और ये एंटी इंडिया ब्रेक इंडिया एजेंडा नहीं चलेगा।
Our agenda was to basically see whether there was legislative competence for the state to enact a law, given the fact that polygamy, and particularly for Muslims, is also governed by the Sharia Act of 1937, which is a central law. So it was keeping this in mind that the committee sat and finally submitted its report, and has generally pointed out that the state has the legislative competence to do so, subject to the doctrine of repugnancy under Article 254, which means it requires the presidential assent.
Would this apply only with regard to the Sharia Act, as in the repugnancy with regard to the Sharia Act, or would the polygamy ban also apply to tribal practices, etc.?
In fact, in the report, we have considered that very briefly, because this was specific to the Sharia Act. We've also pointed out that the tribals have a protection under the Hindu Marriage Act of 55. So polygamy, in a sense, or marriage laws, there's been codification of it. Hindu Marriage Act was 55, the Christian Marriage Act is 1872, the Parsi Marriage Act is 1936, and the Sharia Act is 1937. So with regard to that, we've pointed it out and said that this is something also that during the legislative process could be considered.
इन किराएदारों को मत दो, मीट मच्छी की दुकान जैसे तिगरा में घुसे हम। भाई ऐसे मुसलमानों को मत दे, भूखे रह लेंगे, लेकिन इनका पैसा हमारा पैसा इनके पास जाता है, इनसे हम ले। तो भाई हाथ जोड़ के निवेदन है सभी ग्रामीण वासियों से, जो यहाँ गुड़गांव के कोई भी आए हो, जैसे मैं कातीपुर से आया हूँ, भाई मैं भी अपने गांव वालों से निवेदन करूंगा, हाथ जोड़ के सबके आधार कार्ड देखो, जो मुसलमान हो उसको अपना मकान, कोई भी जमीन मत दो। और जो हमारे हिंदू भाई है, वाल्मीकि है, कोई भी है, भाई वो मीट की दुकान हिंदू भाई करे। बाहर से आके मुसलमान यहाँ कमाते हैं और फिर वही हमारे ऊपर गोलियां चलाते हैं।
Quality today. In Delhi, 97. In Mumbai, 72. In Kolkata, 65. In Bangalore, 33. In Chennai, 117. In Hyderabad, 78.
watching India Today.
The chilling new audio tape that exposes the planned attack on devotees at the Sringar Shiv temple, some 45 kilometers from Nu. An audio tape where the speaker is allegedly heard taunting residents of the locality of being timid despite being numerically stronger, and then is alleged to have said that there are only about 100 to 120 devotees at the temple, at least 10 to 20 must be neutralized. Police are investigating the source of the audio tape. They're trying to find out who all shared it and its role in the violence. We bring you much more. Arvind Ojha with this India Today exclusive.
Explosive revelations on Nu riots. India Today has accessed a 2-minute, 50-second audio clip that allegedly shows the violence was planned in advance and the plot was to kill at least 100 to 200 people.
अरे भाई तुमने बताओ ये मेवात कहा इतने एक बुजदिलन किए क्या कम से 100-200 आगे होंगे कहा 10-20 भी ना टपके इनमें से कम से कम जैसे गाड़ी जलाई गाड़ी इनके साथ में कहा 10-20 ने टपका था कहीं चूड़ी पहन रखी है मेवात ने जितने भी हैं तमाम की तमाम जो है सिंगार के मंदिर पे इकट्ठे हो जाओ फटाफट ठीक है गुजारिश है ये आपसे आज मौका है देखो हाथ अड़ाओगे तो भी इतनी गाड़ भीड़ आएगी अगर जान से भी मार दोगे 10-20 तो भी उतनी आएगी या मत सोचिए ना से हाँ तो यानी आज मौका है अपने आप है पेश कर लो ठीक है मरना तो एक दिन जब भी आज भी मरना और कल भी मरना
Sensational WhatsApp chats allegedly reveal how people were exhorted to take up arms on the basis of religion.
भाई जितने भी या ग्रुप में ज्वाइन हैं ये बंदे 10 हैं 20 हैं 50 हैं 150 हैं जितनों भी हैं इनसे भी मेरी हाथ जोड़ के रिक्वेस्ट है कि ये भी इन पर अगर मेमन के ग्रुप हैं ना चाहे 1000 ग्रुप हैं उन 1000 में बांट दीजिए चाहे सऊदी अरब तक ग्रुप हैं समन में बांट दीजिए ठीक है देखो आज तो तुम मोहब्बत कर लो काय सु कर लो चाहे बीवी सु कर लो बच्चे सु कर लो दौलत सु कर लो धन सु कर लो किसान सु कर लो एक ना एक दिन ही तो सारी छूटेगी या तो खुद छोड़ दे जो चीज़ से मोहब्बत कर रहे हो या खुद तुम छोड़ दो या मौत आने से छूट जाए या वो चीज़ वैसे बर्बाद होने से छूट जाए या मत सोचियो कि मेरी मेहरबानी रह रही है मेरे बालक रह रहे हैं या मेरी दौलत रह रही है या मत सोचियो ठीक है जब मैं अपनी कौम पे बात बने तो बिल्कुल निडर होकर खड़े हो सामने ठीक है मैदान में भागनो पसे पुष्ट भागनो ये बुजदिलन को काम है
देख रहे हैं ना वो लेडी ले जा रहे हैं देखो
The chats indicate preparations were allegedly made to attack the entire route of the VHP Shobha Yatra.
दुनिया चल रही है आप वीडियो बनाने में लगे अरे खुदा के बंदे तुम नो बताओ वीडियो बना ली गए कौन कम से कम याद छोड़ दो अपनी कौम में बचाओ
Earlier, Haryana Home Minister Anil Vij had claimed that the entire violence was a big conspiracy.
जिस ढंग से ये इसके ऊपर हमला हुआ है और जिस प्रकार से एकदम वायलेंस अरप्ट हुई है वो कोई एकदम हुआ हादसा लग नहीं रहा है हालांकि अभी हमें जल्दी किसी निष्कर्ष पर नहीं पहुंचना चाहिए हम उसकी जांच करेंगे पर अपरेंटली हमें लगता है कि किसी न किसी ने इसको मास्टरमाइंड जरूर किया है
The audio clips have exposed how the riots were meticulously planned. The police now have the task of nailing the conspirators behind the Mewat Mayhem. With Arvind Ojha from Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
We will continue to track this story very closely. That is all we have time for on this bulletin. Many thanks for watching. News and updates continue on India Today. Stay with us.
You are watching India Today.
of the matter is there is a MOU signed by the Congress party, which remains a mystery till date. And then there is this New York Times report about a certain portal and how money was transferred for propaganda for Chinese. And they have also been part of the ecosystem supporting the Congress party. So all this needs an explanation when I would call it an enemy country like China is using our media to expand its base in India. We have sensitive borders with them. Many of the Manipur issues which we said has gone into the background, no, it's not gone into the background. It is a lot of weapons coming in from China via Burma, which is a soft border. Now, these are issues that need explanation. And if the Congress party doesn't give a reply to this, then, we will take this to the logical end, through discussions in Parliament, to the streets of the country, and raise issues. Because what is a political party doing, meddling around with funds coming in from China?
जब भी भारत में संकट आया 2005 से लेकर 2014 तक चाइनीज गवर्नमेंट ने कांग्रेस को पैसा दिया, जिसका FCRA लाइसेंस भारत सरकार ने कैंसिल किया। 2008 में जब ओलंपिक हुआ, ये कांग्रेस को, ये सोनिया जी को और राहुल जी को बुलाया गया। 2017 में जब डोकलाम हो रहा था, उस डोकलाम के समय सर ये चाइनीज के साथ बातचीत कर रहे थे। चाइनीज के माध्यम से देश में एक अलग तरह का माहौल पैदा करना चाहते हैं। मेरा भारत सरकार से आग्रह है कि जितनी भी फंडिंग हुई है कांग्रेस को, जितनी भी चाइना ने फंडिंग की है, जांच की जाए और इतने लोग हैं उनको सलाखों में डाला जाए और कांग्रेस पार्टी को किया जाए।
कांग्रेस पार्टी सब ने अपने आप का एक मूर्खता प्रदर्शन करते हैं। जहां तक मैं बोलना चाहता हूं, ये तो क्या है, उस कल वो फ्राइडे आ गया है और सैटरडे संडे शायद नहीं होगा। वो स्पीकर आज निर्णय किया है और क्या है, आज तो जो फ्राइडे होने के बाद आज तो रिस्टोर हो गए ना। कम से कम जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन के बीच में जब चलता है विषय, थोड़ा संयम तो रखना पड़ेगा। तो ऐसे तो बाकी एमपीज को भी हुआ है। तो इसलिए जो कानूनी प्रक्रिया है, संवैधानिक प्रक्रिया है, वो प्रक्रिया हमने बिना डिले किए किया है।
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 39 and minimum 28 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 28 and minimum 26 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 29 and minimum 25 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 30 and minimum 21 degrees. Chennai, maximum 35 and minimum 28 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 29 and minimum 22 degrees.
Vasant Valley School secured the top honours in the 13th edition of the Vasant Valley Aaj Tak Hindi debate competition, showcasing their debating prowess and intellectual acumen against formidable opponents there. They showcased a brilliant display of debating skills from top schools across the nation. Take a look.
तो हम लोग बस चुप्पी से इन लोगों को देखते रहते हैं, ना सकारात्मकता को बढ़ावा देते हैं और ना नकारात्मकता को खत्म करते हैं।
पर मूक दर्शिता का अर्थ जो हमारा दल बताना चाह रहा है वह यह है,
A fierce clash
of intellect.
स्पष्ट करना चाहूंगा कि हम आज के सदन को भारतीय बुद्धिजीवियों के सदन द्वारा देखना चाहेंगे।
हमें प्रतिस्पर्धा में टिके रहने की आवश्यकता है और प्रतिस्पर्धा में टिके रहने के लिए हमें अपने कार्य पर ध्यान देने की आवश्यकता है।
मैं जादूगर बन सकती हूँ, वो जो ट्रॉफी है उसको 2 में भी कर सकती हूँ, क्योंकि मैं चाहती हूँ कि वसंत वैली एंड सिंधिया स्कूल दोनों ही जीते। मुझे इतना मज़ा हिंदी वाद विवाद में कभी नहीं आया जितना इस वक्त आया। इसके लिए बहुत बहुत तालियां। एंड द विनर इज वसंत वैली स्कूल।
And the prestigious Vasant Valley School emerged victorious in the 13th edition of the Vasant Valley Aaj Tak Hindi Debate Competition.
कितना बढ़िया है वह समाज जहां हर घिनौने कार्य का जवाब है मूकदर्शिता।
Students from the Vasant Valley and the Sindhya School took on each other in the final round of the competition, which saw a thrilling face-off between the teams of both the schools.
उस पे टांग अड़ाकर उसके बिना ज्ञान हुए उसे और बिगाड़ने की कोशिश करता है, वह होता है मूकदर्शिता।
Participants from the two teams sparred on the motion adopted by the House, Mookdarshita mein hi buddhimani, which translate into being a mute spectator is a smart decision. The competition saw an enthusiastic participation from 26 renowned schools from all corners of the country. While students representing the Sindhya school debated for the motion,
तो जिस आदर्शवाद की भावना से, जिस मूक दर्शक का चयन ना करने से हमारे ऊपर संकट आ रहा है, हमारे परिवार पर संकट आ रहा है, हम उसका चयन क्यों करें महोदय? महोदय, आज बुद्धिमान वही है जो स्वयं का जीवन संचालन करने में सक्षम हो, जो स्वयं की परिस्थिति को सुधार सके, स्वयं सफलता हासिल कर सके। वह बुद्धिमान नहीं है जो दूसरों की मदद करने का चोला पहन के घूम सके। बुद्धिमानी धर्म से कहीं दूर दूर तक मेल नहीं खाती है महोदय, जिस बात को समझने में मेरे विपक्षी मित्र पूर्ण रूप से असक्षम है।
The students representing the Vasant Valley debated against the motion.
उनके खंडन की ओर बढ़ते हुए उन्होंने आके सबसे पहले मूकदर्शिता की गलत परिभाषा दी, उसको हमारे पहले वक्ता ने सही किया। उन्होंने आके बोला कि हमें अपनी जंग लड़नी जरूरी है। लेकिन महोदय, आप ही बताइए, अगर मेरे पास इस बात का हक ही ना हो कि मैं अपनी आवाज उठाऊं, अपने विचारों को प्रस्तुत करूं, तो मैं कौन सी जंग लड़ूंगी महोदय? उन्होंने आके बात करी निजी विकास की, आगे बढ़ने की, कि हमें खुद आगे बढ़ने की जरूरत है, खुद आगे होने की जरूरत है महोदय। लेकिन आप ही बताइए कि हम लोग जब अपने विचार ही आगे नहीं रखेंगे तो फिर हम लोग आगे कैसे बढ़ेंगे?
In the end, Vasant Valley School's compelling arguments and persuasive delivery earned them the coveted title.
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 39 and minimum 28 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 28 and minimum 26 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 29 and minimum 25 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 30 and minimum 21 degrees. Chennai, maximum 35 and minimum 28 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 29 and minimum 22 degrees.
सॉरी। नमस्ते टमाटर प्रेमियों, 104.8 इश्क एफएम पर आपको चखाना चाहता हूँ आजकल का टमाटरी गीत। ये हो ग्रेवी, बिरयानी, हो चटनी, पाव भाजी, सदमे में अम्मी और अब्बा, 1 किलो टमाटर, 200 का था बिल, बजट हिला मेरा रब्बा। टमाटर कैसे लोगे? 200 के किलो हो गए टमाटर। टमाटर कैसे लोगे? 200 के किलो हो गए टमाटर। किलो में ना निकले एक भी ढंग का, मम्मी का दिमाग था सन का। टमाटर जो ना मैं छांट के लाया, मम्मी लगा देगी लंका। टमाटर वाला एक नहीं आ रहा, ऑनलाइन भी चेक कर चुका मैं। मोहल्ले की सारी रेडी पूछ पूछ के मर चुका मैं। नहीं जरूरत बर्गर में टमाटर की, सलाद बन रही खीरा प्याज और गाजर की। एक टमाटर से पूरा दिन तुम चलाओ, 1 हो गई सिस्टर और अम्मा। कैसे लोगे, 200 के किलो हो गए टमाटर।
You are watching India Today.
Hello, you're watching India Today and I am Aishwarya Paliwal. Let's start the show with the headlines. The contentious Delhi Services Bill that will give almost complete power to the centre to decide on all transfer postings has been passed in the Rajya Sabha. Home Minister Amit Shah is accusing the Aam Aadmi Party of indulging in fraud. Arvind Kejriwal has hit back and said that the BJP wants to stop the work done by the Aam Aadmi Party. Stage is set for the first India versus NDA clash on the floor of the Parliament. The debate on the no confidence motion brought by the opposition against Prime Minister Narendra Modi will begin from tomorrow. Smriti Irani, Nirmala Sitharaman to lead BJP's charge. Rahul Gandhi's Lok Sabha membership restored after Lok Sabha Secretariat issued a notice. Grand welcome by India MPs for Rahul Gandhi in the Parliament. BJP claims China linked to Congress after New York Times report says the portal NewsClick was pushing Beijing's agenda. NewsClick calls China funding allegations as misleading. Corruption charges on Siddaramaiah Sarkar. Karnataka governor raises graft charges against the state agriculture minister. The minister says these allegations are baseless. Now, the Delhi Services Bill has been passed in the Rajya Sabha. Now, out of the 238 votes, the bill got the support of 131 members, while 102 members opposed this bill. Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who was replying to the queries and the objections raised against the bill, also launched an attack against the Delhi government. Amit Shah claimed that no other Chief Minister of Delhi ever fought with the centre. He also said that it is the Aam Aadmi Party which was actually born after opposing and abusing the Congress party. It's the same party that is now seeking the support of the Congress party. Immediately after the bill was passed in the upper house, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal said that this bill was brought in as the BJP knows that it cannot defeat the Aam Aadmi Party in elections. Arvind Kejriwal also claims that the bill violates the Supreme Court's verdict. He said that the Prime Minister does not respect the people's mandate.
एक बिल हम लाए हैं पावर केंद्र में लाने के लिए नहीं, केंद्र ने दिए हुए पावर पर दिल्ली यूटी की सरकार अतिक्रमण करती है, इसको वैधानिक रूप से रोकने के लिए ये बिल लेकर मान्यवर, शब्दों के श्रृंगार से असत्य को सत्य नहीं बनाया जा सकता। लंबे चौड़े ऑक्सफोर्ड की डिक्शनरी के सुंदर सुंदर अंग्रेजी शब्दों से बोलने से असत्य सत्य नहीं हो जाता है मान्यवर। मैं सबको बताना चाहता हूं कि कोई भी इसका विरोध करे अगर सत्य है कि 91 से लेकर 2015 तक यही व्यवस्था चलती थी, इसमें हमने कोई फर्क नहीं किया है। 91 से लेकर 2015 तक मदन लाल खुराना जी मुख्यमंत्री रहे, फिर साहिब सिंह वर्मा बने, फिर थोड़े समय के लिए स्वर्गीय सुषमा स्वराज जी बनी, फिर थोड़े शीला दीक्षित जी बनी, मगर किसी से केंद्र सरकार से झगड़ा नहीं हुआ, किसी को नहीं हुआ, क्योंकि सब लोग विकास करना चाहते थे, सब पावर लेना नहीं चाहते थे। मान्यवर, उस वक्त कई बार कांग्रेस की सरकार थी और हमारी सरकार ऊपर रही, कई बार हमारी सरकार नीचे थी, ऊपर कांग्रेस की सरकार रही। ट्रांसफर पोस्टिंग के लिए कभी झगड़ा नहीं हुआ। उस वक्त यही व्यवस्था से निर्णय होते थे और किसी मुख्यमंत्री को कोई तकलीफ नहीं थी। आज जो राजनीतिक जरूरियात के कारण आप पार्टी की गोदी में बैठी है, वो कांग्रेस पार्टी ये संविधान संशोधन लेकर आई, ये हम लेकर नहीं आए हैं। अगर दिल्ली के अधिकारों का किसी ने हनन किया है, दिल्ली की असेंबली का किसी ने हनन किया अधिकारों का, तो मान्यवर अध्यक्ष जी, इनको करने में तकलीफ नहीं और सुनने में क्यों तकलीफ होती है? करते हैं तो सुनना पड़ेगा। मैं फिर से रिपीट करना चाहता हूं, केवल और केवल राजनीतिक स्वार्थ के कारण आप पार्टी का एपीसमेंट करने के लिए ये अपने ही लाए हुए कानून का ये विरोध कर रहे हैं। अगर कांग्रेस पार्टी में अंतरात्मा है तो इस बिल का समर्थन करना चाहिए। मैं तो आपकी चीज को लेकर खड़ा हूं, मगर ये नहीं करेंगे, मुझे मालूम है मान्यवर, क्योंकि उनको गठबंधन बचाना है, मान्यवर, मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं, ये आप पार्टी का जन्म ही कांग्रेस का विरोध कर हुआ। लगभग 3 टन जितनी गाली कांग्रेस की सरकार को बोले और बोलकर सरकार में आए, और आज अनधिकृत अधिकार प्राप्त करने के लिए कांग्रेस का समर्थन ले रहे हैं। और कांग्रेस वालों को भी ठीक है, चलो हमारा गठबंधन बढ़े। भाई मैं बताना चाहता हूं खड़गे साहब, जैसे ही आज शाम को ये बिल खत्म हुआ, पारित हुआ, केजरीवाल जी पलट जाएंगे, ठेंगा दिखाएंगे और कुछ नहीं होने वाला।
प्रधानमंत्री जी को साफ साफ शब्दों में दिल्ली के लोगों ने कहा, 7 सीट उनको नेशनल चुनाव में 7 सीट दी और दिल्ली के चुनाव में 3 सीट दी। तो मोदी जी को साफ साफ दिल्ली की जनता ने कहा कि दिल्ली के काम में दखल अंदाजी मत करना, आप देश संभालो। लेकिन मोदी जी कहते हैं मैं जनता की बात नहीं मानता। इतना अहंकार हो गया। 30 साल से गुजरात के अंदर इनकी सरकार है, बेड़ा गर्क है गुजरात का। हरियाणा के अंदर इनकी सरकार बनी, हरियाणा में बेड़ा गर्क है इनका। मणिपुर के अंदर बीजेपी की सरकार है, मणिपुर को जला दिया इन लोगों ने। इसलिए केजरीवाल के साथ कंपटीशन नहीं कर सकते, काम में कंपटीशन नहीं कर सकते, हमारे जैसे काम नहीं कर सकते, आम आदमी पार्टी के जैसे काम नहीं कर सकते। इसलिए केजरीवाल को काम करने से रोको, किसी भी तरह से केजरीवाल को काम करने से रोको, बस ये इनका मकसद है। इन लोगों ने देखा कि दिल्ली में आम आदमी पार्टी को हराना बहुत मुश्किल है। पिछले 4 चुनाव सीधे 2013 में, 2015 में, 2020 में और उसके बाद एमसीडी का चुनाव, सीधे 4 चुनाव बीजेपी आम आदमी पार्टी से दिल्ली में हार गई। दिल्ली के अंदर 25 साल से ज्यादा हो गए अब बीजेपी की सरकार नहीं बनी है। 25 साल से इनको वनवास दिल्ली के लोगों ने दिया हुआ है। तो इनको लगा कि आम आदमी पार्टी को हराना मुश्किल है, तो इन्होंने चोर दरवाजे से, पीछे से चोर दरवाजे से इन्होंने दिल्ली की सत्ता को हथियाने की कोशिश की है।
इंडिया ब्लॉक के तमाम साथी 100 से अधिक मत इंडिया ब्लॉक के हक में और इस बिल के विरोध में पड़े। हम लेजिस्लेटिवली हो सकता है इस गैर संवैधानिक अलोकतांत्रिक बिल को रोकने में सफल नहीं हुए हों, लेकिन जुडिशली कोर्ट कचहरी में हम पुरजोर लड़ाई लड़ेंगे।
लेकिन अरविंद केजरीवाल की सरकार से भारतीय जनता पार्टी को, प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी को डर लगता है, क्योंकि अरविंद केजरीवाल ने दिखा दिया कि अगर नीयत साफ हो तो जनता के लिए काम हो सकता है। और यही कारण है कि आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने, प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने दिल्ली की जनता का अधिकार छीना है, दिल्ली की जनता के वोट का अधिकार छीना है, क्योंकि उन्हें पता है कि दिल्ली के लोग तो अरविंद केजरीवाल से प्यार करते हैं। दिल्ली के लोग हर इलेक्शन में अरविंद केजरीवाल को जिताएंगे। और इसीलिए आज इस बिल के माध्यम से प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने अरविंद केजरीवाल के अधिकार नहीं छीने, दिल्ली की सरकार के अधिकार नहीं छीने, दिल्ली के करोड़ों लोगों की वोट के अधिकार को छीना है।
The stage is now set for a fiery no trust motion that will take place in the parliament on Tuesday. After Rahul Gandhi's comeback in the parliament after 4.5 months, the Modi government is all set to face its second no confidence motion. The motion was moved by Gaurav Gogoi of the Congress party on the 26th of July over Prime Minister Narendra Modi's statement on the current situation in the state of Manipur. With 3 days allocated for the discussion, Prime Minister will reply to the motion on the 10th of August.
Rahul Gandhi gets a hero's welcome as he returns to Parliament after a break of more than 3 months. The period when he was disqualified following conviction in a defamation case. MPs and leaders belonging to the opposition alliance, India, turned up in large numbers to greet the Wayanad MP as he reached Parliament on Monday. The Lok Sabha Speaker's decision to restore the Congress leader's membership comes a day before the opposition's no confidence motion is taken up in the House. Rahul Gandhi is expected to speak on the motion.
This will strengthen our ranks, particularly that the no confidence motion is coming up tomorrow. This will bolster our arguments on why this government has lost the confidence of India.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने एक सिंह गर्जना को रोकने की कोशिश की थी. राहुल गांधी इज बैक और फिर उनकी सिंह गर्जना चालू रहेगी.
The BJP has drawn the battle lines ahead of the no trust vote. The Narendra Modi government on Monday quoted a New York Times report and alleged that online news portal NewsClick is funded by firms linked to Neville Roy Singham, a US billionaire based in Shanghai. The government, citing the news report, said that Singham funds news organizations across the world to spread Chinese propaganda. The BJP dragged in the Congress, questioning why the Grand Old Party backed NewsClick when it was raided by the ED in 2021.
क्या आप देश को राहुल गांधी जी जवाब दोगे कि ये 2005-7 में जो राजीव गांधी फाउंडेशन ने पैसा लिया वो कहां-कहां खर्च हुआ? जो हाई लेवल आपने मीटिंगें करनी थी वो क्या चाइना के साथ हुई? क्या न्यूज़ क्लिक एक उसका हिस्सा है? क्या कांग्रेस चीन न्यूज़ क्लिक भारत विरोधी गरबनाल से जुड़े हुए हैं?
The Modi government also tried to draw a link between the Congress and the Chinese Communist Party.
Congress, China, NewsClick are part of a umbilical cord. और ये इससे सिद्ध होता है क्योंकि कुछ लोगों को तो ये भी आदत थी कि, और मैं नाम लेके भी कह सकता हूं, कि राहुल जी की नकली मोहब्बत की दुकान में चीनी सामान ये साफ नजर आने लगा है.
When Parliament takes up the opposition's no confidence motion on Tuesday, it will be a preview to the big fight of 2024. This is the first time the opposition alliance, India and the NDA led by Prime Minister Modi are coming face to face on the battlefront. And all indications are the bout will be no holds barred. Bureau Report, India Today.
The Bharatiya Janata Party and the Congress Party are at loggerheads over an investigation done by the New York Times. Now, in a report in New York Times, it is prompted that the BJP is now accusing the Congress of having links with China. The New York Times investigation is on a report on how Chinese government has been actively peddling propaganda across the world, including India. Now, this has actually echoed both inside as well as outside the parliament. The BJP is now demanding answers from the Congress Party. It's levelling serious allegations against the Gandhis of having links to Beijing once again. The BJP raked up the funding of Rajiv Gandhi Foundation once again, demanding a detailed investigation. It's accusing the Gandhis of attempting to shield news website NewsClick when they were raided for an alleged China link way back in 2021.
It is perhaps the biggest media scandal to rock India and the world in recent times. A New York Times investigation has blown the lid off Chinese propaganda being passed off as independent content, courtesy million-dollar deals. And yes, there's an alleged Indian puppet as well. Indian news website NewsClick, the same company that was raided in 2021, has been named by the New York Times investigation report as having received 38 crore rupees to run Chinese puff pieces. The NewsClick site put up videos and articles like China's history continues to inspire the working class, all because of an alleged shady deal with the Chinese Xi Jinping government. And the man who made these payments to NewsClick allegedly and many other international media platforms is reportedly Neville Roy Singham, a US tech billionaire based in Shanghai. Singham, according to the report, acted as a front for the Chinese government and paid several networks to run China-positive pieces, including Indian news site NewsClick. The brought Rajdeep, as Enforcement Directorate sources back in 2021 had revealed how the money had been sent to NewsClick's shareholder Gautam Navlakha.
If we go by the allegations, basically Communist Party of China, the person who was involved in this entire deal is Newell Roy Singham. He has 4 non-profits in USA and he is a tech billionaire living in Shanghai. Through Singham, 38 crore rupees traveled to NewsClick. Out of these 38 crore rupees, this becomes extremely important. Out of 38 crore rupees, 9 crore came through foreign direct investment via inward remittances. Apart from 9 crore rupees, almost 28 crore rupees also traveled, and according to NewsClick, it was in exchange of some of the services which they provided. But when Enforcement Directorate raided their premises, when they got hold of certain documents in this entire investigation, what they got to know, there was no logical explanation of that 38 crore rupees. Out of 38 crore rupees, again, extremely important, 21 lakh rupees went to Gautam Navlakha. He is also a shareholder, and along with Gautam Navlakha, there were certain individuals, certain journalists who also got that money.
This explosive investigative report has sparked off a massive political fight as the BJP has raked up the Rajiv Gandhi Trust's alleged funding from China and questioned why the Congress was quick to jump to NewsClick's defense back in 2021 during the Enforcement Directorate raids.
2008 में इनको एग्रीमेंट हो गया था, उस समय एक पेमेंट भी की गई थी। पेमेंट किसको की गई? पेमेंट की गई थी राजीव गांधी फाउंडेशन को। और ये राजीव गांधी फाउंडेशन को जो पेमेंट की गई 2005-7 के बीच में, ये किस लिए की गई? और ये उस समय की गई जब सोनिया गांधी जी यूपीए की, और वही यूपीए सरकार जिसके ऊपर लाखों करोड़ के भ्रष्टाचार के गंभीर आरोप भी हैं।
The BJP has also put the focus on how misinformation was being spread rapidly on social media to create an anti-India narrative.
There is an attempt to rein in misinformation. These platforms jump along with their friends and rally behind this false cover of free speech. The right to free speech as guaranteed in our constitution is certainly not and must not and should not be a cover for misinformation directed at our nation's rise.
The Rajiv Gandhi Trust has been accused of receiving donations from Chinese entities between 2005 and 2009 under the leadership of Sonia Gandhi. As the BJP-Congress political fight blazes on, the question over whether some journalists have become Ji Huzuris to Xi Jinping has sparked a massive international debate. With Munish Pandey in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
On the third day of the Gyanvapi survey, the court ordered survey of Gyanvapi, including the Wazu Khana, to determine if the mosque was actually built on a pre-existing temple or not. The Muslim side is now claiming the symbols on the walls are not Hindu symbols. The Hindu side, on the other side, is claiming that they found remains of Hindu idols in the Gyanvapi mosque. And the primary stage of the survey at the moment is over.
The Gyanvapi Mosque gates opened once again on Monday. The survey continues on the premises for the 5th day now. The Archaeological Survey of India survey is being carried out to determine if the mosque was built on a pre-existing Hindu temple.
ASI used plenty of machines. The GPR is already in actions. The area near that particular tehkhana and also near the tombs were being identified, checked, screened, mapping, and everything related to measurement work has been almost completed, and GPR technology is also into use, but the survey team may take around 1 to 2 weeks for the completion of survey.
मेजरमेंट का कार्य उन्होंने किया है, नाप जो कर रहे हैं, फोटोग्राफी कर रहे हैं, स्टडी कर रहे हैं, सारी चीजें, सारी कार्रवाई वो कर रहे हैं। आज भी गुंबज में भी उनकी कार्रवाई चली है। मुस्लिम पक्ष भी आपके न्यायालय का जो आदेश है, न्यायालय के आदेश का सकारात्मक रूप से सहयोग कर रहा है, सम्मान कर रहा है।
The Hindu side claims remains of idols were found in the complex, apart from a half-man, half-animal Narasimha statue.
जो तहखाना है खोला गया, चाबी जिसकी है मस्जिद कमेटी की वजह से, उसको खोलने में पहले एतराज़ किया गया, फिर खोला गया। तो वहाँ आप लोग जब पिछली बार भी गए थे, क्या क्या ऐसी चीज़ें थी जो आप लोग थोड़ा सा देख के शॉक थे कि उम्मीद नहीं दिख गया?
देखिए, उसमें हमारे मंदिर के सारे अवशेष थे और एक मंत्र लिखा हुआ था, त्रिशूल था, डमरू था, शंख था और ये
क्या लिखा था?
नहीं, दूसरे भाषा में लिखा था, मतलब देवलिपि भाषा में लिखा था हम ही लोग का, लेकिन देवलिपि भाषा में लिखा हुआ था।
But in a stunning claim made by the Muslim side, their lawyer claimed the Trishul symbol found in the complex is actually Allah written on the walls of Gyanvapi.
आप कहते हैं त्रिशूल लिखा, हम कहते हैं अल्लाह लिखा, हम भी तो अल्लाह उसी तरह लिखते हैं। हम भी तो अल्लाह लिखने का यही वही सिस्टम है जिस तरह से त्रिशूल बनाने की बात करते हैं।
The Muslim side even admitted to the presence of Hindu symbols in the Gyanvapi, but claimed that such motifs were constructed by Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb to promote Hindu-Muslim harmony.
कभी आज तक इस तरीके का कोई निशान नहीं दिखा और नहीं दिखता। मैं सवाल करता हूं कि अगर फर्ज कर लीजिए कि किसी मंदिर को तोड़कर ये मस्जिद बनाई भी जाएगी तो उसके निशान को क्यों बाकी रखेंगे? सब तो छुपा देंगे। इतने संवैधानिक पद पर बैठे हुए व्यक्ति का इस तरीके का बयान गैर जिम्मेदाराना तरीके से, जबकि कोर्ट के अंदर मामला भी चल रहा है, विचाराधीन है, कैसे कोई आदमी इस तरीके का बयान दे सकता है?
While digging is prohibited for the Supreme Court mandated survey, the survey team is relying on ground penetrating radars to locate any pre-existing structures. But what really is the Gyanvapi truth? We'll only know once the survey team submits its report.
You can say a good news is that finally, after the verdict of Supreme Court, now the Muslim side and Intizamiya committee is supporting this particular ASI survey, which seems to be on for the next 2 weeks. But it is evident that many such proofs with relation to the temple, that there could be a temple there in the previous ages, have been found as claimed by the Hindu side. With cameraman Neil Kumar, Samarth Srivastava for India Today.
It is time now for us to take a very quick break. More news coming up on the other side.
You are watching India Today.
Communal flashpoint at Delhi's doorstep. Amidst the flames and rioting, India Today reporters fearless on the ground.
Stone pelting was so aggressive from the both sides.
Entire market in the area has been shut right now. Attacked the cyber police station of Noor.
Facts, questions,
What resulted in the communal clashes?
and first-hand reports.
एकदम ही पत्थर आए हैं ऊपर से छतों पे से गोली लग चली है, पीछे वाला शीशा टूट लिया।
100% accuracy amidst the blaze. We track the face of every story. India Today. India United.
You are watching India Today.
Now, the chilling new audio tape that exposes that it was a planned attack, an attack on the devotees at the Srinagar Shiv temple 45 kilometers away from Noor, is quite disturbing. An audio tape where the speaker taunts the residents of the locality for being timid despite their numerical strength, and then goes on to say that there are hardly 100 to 120 devotees at the temple and at least 20 must be killed. The police at the moment is investigating the source of the audio tape, trying to find out who all shared it and the role that this tape played in the violence that followed. The police are now insisting prima facie, it seems, that the evidence at the moment is pointing towards the fact that this violence was meticulously planned. My colleague Arvind Ojha with this India First exclusive.
Explosive revelations on Noor riots. India Today has accessed a 2-minute 50-second audio clip that allegedly shows the violence was planned in advance and the plot was to kill at least 100 to 200 people.
अरे भाई तुमनो बताओ ये मेवात कहा इते एक बुजदिलन किए के कम से 100-200 आगे होंगे कहा 10-20 भी ना टपके इनमें से कम जैसे गाड़ी जलाई गाड़ी इनके साथ में कहा 10-20 ने टपका था कहीं चूड़ी पहन रखी है मेवात ने जितने भी हैं तमाम की तमाम जो है सिंगार के मंदिर पे इकट्ठे हो जाओ फटाफट ठीक है गुजारिश है ये आपसे आज मौका है देखो हाथ अड़ाओगे तो भी इतनी गाड़ भीड़ आएगी अगर जान से भी मार दोगे 10-20 तो भी उतनी आएगी या मत सोचिए ना से